Starting the recording, and welcome to Tuesday Night Sparks. This is March 23rd, and we need a question for tonight. So somebody post one question that you want Tiffany and I to answer in the comments. Can be anything within reason. So let's see, VIP pages. Okay. How many times do you ask somebody to join? All right, let me see. How do you get your VIP page going? So I'll start first since Tiffany's going to go after me, and we'll just let her go on in there. So my VIP page, I'll be honest with you, I've been a consultant since 2015, and I started my VIP page in January. I literally have had, I don't really think it was just, I don't really know why I didn't have one. I just felt like I could do it all on my page or whatever. And after watching some of the other SSDs, and they're being very candid about their VIP journeys, and most of them just recently started it. And I think a lot of it also has to do with the virtual world now that we're in due to COVID and a lot of that coming up. There's a lot more people that are going towards the VIP thing. So I have 50 people in my VIP page. I have to ask a lot for people to join. I always share my VIP page on my Facebook page. And I ask for, people to join in and everything. One thing I will tell you is I do not have any other consultants on my VIP page other than Tiffany, because she's my bumper. And one reason for that is because I like to spoil them. I like to do kind of like little specials and stuff. And it just makes me, I feel a lot more comfortable knowing that I can do that kind of stuff within my own VIP group. So yes, I have to ask a lot of times. And I also got these referral cards today. They're not referral cards. What are they?
You would not have asked.
I know. Go get them right there.
Cards.
Huh?
Cards.
Hold on a minute. I'll get one. Will you please grab one for me?
Loyalty cards.
Loyalty cards. That's what it is. So I ordered some business cards today, and I ordered it from the Scentsy Consultant store, the Vista print ones. And so these are the ones that came in. I kind of cheated a little bit because it had a place for 2 pictures. So I used my QR code to my link tree as my second picture, and I made it really small. And then right here on these 2 lines where it was supposed to be my personal website address and my email, I kind of got savvy with that, and I said, here, let me do it. And I don't know, I always forget to spotlight. Here, this is probably better. I kind of got a little bit savvy with it, and I put my own words in there, and it says, hold on, y'all know I can't see. Hold on. It says, scan the QR code and shop and see my journey. Scan to follow me on social media. So instead of putting my email address and my website on those 2 lines, I did that, and I used the picture as my QR code for my link tree. So I kind of cheated on that. But on the back, this is what I'm talking about. This is already something that's pre-programmed in there on the business cards. So you can buy any 12 Scentsy products and get a free bar. So I just started this tonight on my VIP page. They were really excited. I had some people on there when I got home, and I just started this, and I showed them the loyalty card, and I was like, all right, loyalty starts tonight. So anytime you order 12 products from me, and it's not orders, it's products. So that's really good. So like they can get, 2 6-packs of bars, and they're going to get a free bar from me. And so this is something that it's actually on Scentsy's website, but it is also a personal special. So this is something that I told them, to be on the lookout, and it started today. So how do you get your QR code? So my QR code is on an app. It's called Flow Code. If you go to Flow Code, it'll walk you through how to make these QR codes, and then you just save them to your phone or whatever, and then put them everywhere. I literally put them everywhere. But that's my VIP page. It's not very old, but it is something that I try to go live in and do some stuff in there with them, share all the stuff in there, all the new stuff. But my VIP page is growing, but it's a tiny page right now. So, Tiffany, you're muted.
I hit my leg. Do I look very blurry? I feel like I look kind of blurry.
You look blurry. Wait,
I do.
let me put on my glasses. Hold on.
Hold on. Okay, is that better? My kids may have touched the camera. I feel like that's kind of better.
Okay, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah, my kids touched the camera. Okay, so VIP pages. Mine's not very popping right now, but I watched this really good training from Kimberly Pluto on the booking boot camp page. Michelle and I both shared that group on both of our pages, so go back and kind of look at that. But she does a party, and she does all of her parties inside of her VIP page. Actually, I think that she posted it to her YouTube channel, so I'll probably share that training tomorrow for those of you on my team that you'll see it, and I'll post it on Michelle's too. But she does all of her parties inside of her VIP page, and then that way she's not adding people from all the groups and trying to keep a million groups open. She just does it in one place. So I'm going to try to start doing all of that to try to get the interaction out, action up. But I'm also going to start doing referrals because to get people to join, the easiest way to do that is to do referrals. But I'm going to keep track of who's ordering, and so they can stay in there like every single catalog season, and then I'll go through, and if they haven't ordered at all that catalog season, then I'll kind of take them and remove them, just because you don't want dead weight on your VIP page. And get a bumper. That is the biggest thing that I can say. Like, a lot of you guys are starting to link up and have accountability partners, and that's amazing. That's what you want to do. So get a bumper, and I literally just text Michelle when I need my post to bump. I'm like, hey, can you go comment on my post and bump it? And she does. And she does the same for me. So get a bumper, and then try this new way of partying, because I think that we could probably all have a lot of success from it, and it may work for you. We were on a previous training before this with like some SSDs that were talking, and one of the biggest things that you guys know Felicia, but one of the biggest things that was said was you need to try all the things and find what works for you. And to be completely honest, the way that I'm partying now and doing all these individual links is stressing me out, because I'm having to post in this group and this group and this group and make sure that when they rebook, everything's different. So if you do it in one place and one page, it's going to flow better, and they're not going to see the same content because she explains how she switches it up and things like it. So I'm going to try doing all that, and then I will let you guys know how my VIP page turns out after this. Hopefully it's not a complete fail. I don't think it will be, but we'll see.
No,
we'll see if it works.
I don't think it will be. But the significance of having it where it is just your customers and that one bumper person, if you'll notice when I post it to share for people to join my page, I always put in there, you know, customers only, no consultants, please. And the reason that is because you want that to be a special place for, you know, you and your customers, where you can do that bonding, and, you know, where you can do those special things for them. And if you get too many consultants in there, it just, you know, it's just a mess. You just want this to be a place where, you know, it's going to be a place for you and your customers and your one bumper person. And I guarantee you it'll start growing. They'll be a lot more comfortable with people, you know, that are in there. And, you know, if it's coming from you as their consultant and you're actually using the stuff and doing all the things with it, then it's more believable to them. And they're not seeing all these different, you know, avenues that, you know, can come from multiple consultants. So I just feel like it's better if you just have it like that. So tonight we're going to talk about the Scentsy Currant. And I'm gonna let Tiffany start with it, and then I'll pick up some too, but she's gonna do most of it tonight.
Okay, so Scentsy Currant. I feel like this is a really good topic because we haven't ever really trained on this before. Michelle and I, like over the next couple months, you're gonna see like a very big shift in our training topics, and you're gonna get like a lot of info. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to give you guys like new views on things, and I'm super excited to broaden the way that you run your businesses. Um, so going with the Scentsy Current, what really inspired us to was we were watching Heidi and Orville talk on a team page this month. I think it was this month. It was Wendy and you guys' training or team page or team meeting. And Scentsy, or not Scentsy, but Heidi and Orville were talking about Scentsy gives us everything that we need, right? So whatever we need to do in our businesses, that's what Scentsy offers us. And so if we're consultants, like obviously we all are, we're on this training, but as consultants, we need to start going with Scentsy Current instead of just running our businesses and just like staying basically in a shelter. And I like the way that they put it. So I'm going to kind of go over some stuff with you guys. And I'm going to kind of do this training like very interactive because you guys don't want to just hear me talk. So we're going to go interactive tonight. I kind of feel like listening to you guys.
You want me to put it on the grid, or you want me to spotlight you?
Yeah, let's do the grid.
Okay. All right, there it comes.
Cool. Yes. Okay, cool. So I can see everybody. Okay. So Scentsy Flow, what is some of the things this month that Scentsy has offered us that we as consultants can do and sell? Don't all talk at once.
The LTOs.
Yes, LTS. So like the stitch that just released in the buddies. We had the scent of the month, so that's going to be a good one. What else did they do? Scent of the month. We just had another release like a couple weeks ago. We've had so much release this month that
we have Moana, we have the Life's a Garden.
So Moana, all of that, okay? So Scentsy is giving us those LTOs. So we as consultants need to find customers, even though we personally may not like it, but we need to look for customers that are going to want to order that, right? So I know that I am not a Stitch person. I've never watched Stitch before. I didn't even know who it was. And I know Michelle feels the same way because she had somebody ask her if Stitch was the name of a buddy and they were asking for Angel or it was something like that. It was really funny. But so it's some of us, we don't know who's who. Like I personally am in that category. But you still need to find people to sell to because that's going to boost our sales, and that's going with the Scentsy Current. So another thing that was Scentsy Current, the child warmer, that was Scentsy Current. I have never seen Star Wars. I think it's Star Wars. I thought it was baby. What is that little Doppy from Harry Potter? I thought that that's who the child was in Star Wars. Not even gonna lie to you guys, okay? And I was talking to my husband about it, and he was like, "Who are you talking about?" And I was like, "Doppy, the little cute little guy in Harry Potter." And he was like, "That's not who this is." So I had no clue, but guess who still sold a warmer? Your girl right here, okay? So go with the current. Whatever Scentsy is releasing to you, that's what we're going to start focusing on. And the way that we can do this is I like posting interactive like posts on my Facebook or my stories on Instagram. And I'm just like, who loves like Stitch? Or what's your favorite Stitch character? And then they're gonna post like Stitch or Angel or say like vote, which one would you rather have or rather see in your like life? Whatever, watch on the show. I don't really know, okay? But would you rather watch Stitch or Angel? And they're gonna comment one below. And then once everybody's done commenting, you could have posted that picture of Stitch and Angel, and I'm probably gonna do this since pre-orders are about to go up tomorrow on that. But you can post on there like available for pre-order now on my website. Go snag your favorite from my link. All they have to do is do a $10 deposit, right? So that's a really good way to start going with the current. Another thing that's Scentsy's doing with the Currant is the Grow with the Flow incentive. So we already talked about this a little bit, but you guys know this incentive, we have to sell PRV and you have to recruit and get somebody certified, right, to hit level 1. And then it just keeps going up. So off of this incentive, what is the 2 things that Scentsy wants us to focus on for the next like 4 months? 2 or 3 things. You guys can comment below. Recruiting, yes, Candace.
Growing your PRV.
PRV, yep. And then there's one more thing. It's actually 3 really that it's focusing on.
Training.
Training, yeah. So in this incentive, yes, Crystal, getting some certified consultants. So in this incentive, the Scentsy Currant is telling us we need to have PRV, we need to sponsor, and we need to work on our coaching, okay? Because, and we keep telling you guys this, and I know we mentioned it with our incentive call, but the reason that they're having this be that current right now is because come fall, guess what we're going to get for all these certified consultants once we start promoting them and working on our coaching. Now we're perfecting our coaching. Come fall, once these certified consultants like start doing fall stuff, you're going to start talking about lead and star, and then you're going to get those 1,000 points. It's probably going to happen. So that is going with the Scentsy Currant, okay? When we're talking about this, you're going to see so many different views from consultants. Don't do pre-orders, do pre-orders. Michelle and I 100% agree that you should always take pre-orders for all these LTOs, okay? We're on agreement on this. Obviously, some of us may win, some of us may lose. It's the nature of the game. But it's like, I love the way that Candace put this on my team page the other day. She always says to her customers when she gets pre-orders, I cannot guarantee this for you, but if I can't do it now, I can get the pre-order for you after it's done, okay? So she always upfront tells her customers that. So then if she doesn't get it, they're not mad and they're okay. So I think it's just the way that we present it to our customers. And I know that the launch on yesterday kind of had some people frazzled, and that's fine, but we need to always be taking pre-orders for this stuff. So my goal is I want to go into every pre-order now with at least 1 or 2 orders, okay?
And can I just say, yesterday I was very, very, very impressed with the way our teams handled themselves. If you are not on like the director's page or the star director's page,
whole hot mess.
it was a whole hot mess. And I literally am just like blown away at how you guys handled it. You kept your calm, even though some of you did not get your stuff. And I mean, your customers didn't get what they wanted. You guys did not post anything negative. I didn't see anything on my page. I don't think Tiffany saw anything on her page. And I mean, that speaks volumes to the kind of culture that both of us have on our team pages. And also, I feel like the culture that you guys are training up your people to have. And that's huge whenever it comes to new people coming on board and just the people like sitting there watching. Because it's not always your customers who are watching. It's also your fellow consultants who are watching the way that you interact in these group pages. So, I mean, it takes a lot, you know, and people look up to different people in different ways. And if you have, like we've always said, if you have one person that you've sponsored, you're a leader. So people look up to you as a leader, and that leadership culture starts with you and your first person. So you determine the way your team is going to go. That team is yours. Seneschal's is mine. We might have star directors. We might have directors. We might have probably superstar directors coming up. It's crazy how many people we have right now, but Seneschal's was birthed by me. I said yes, and it was birthed by me. So the culture that we have on our page, and I'm very thankful and very blessed for everybody that we have on our page, that they are a very positive and very loving and very caring environment. So that really means a lot. And I just wanted to say thank you for the ones that were on here and the ones that are going to be watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your professionalism yesterday and the way that that drop happened.
Yeah, you guys did so good. So, Okay, so current. When it comes to current with our teams, like what is some stuff that Michelle and I are doing that we can use as our current for our groups? We're very quiet tonight. I don't know how to feel about this. What are we?
This.
Yeah,
Spark.
The
spark
spark.
nights.
Mhm.
Okay, what else are we doing?
We're not grading y'all on this.
I know you're not gonna like
Training, yes. Crystal said trainings, yes.
giving great information. This is like a very high boost on me, so thank you. Sorry.
Mhm.
Training on PRV, yeah.
Teamwork.
Teamwork, yeah.
Uplifting on the Facebook pages.
Yeah. Being very interactive, motivation. Monday motivation, what we're focusing on. Yeah.
Tip
So all of
Tuesdays.
this is what?
Tip Tuesdays is something that we've been doing on our page for a couple of weeks now, and you go on there and you share your biggest tips and stuff like that. That really helps out a lot.
Yes. Tip Tuesdays. Recruiting conversations. Have you guys noticed that Michelle and I point blank ask you guys on our team pages now, post your sponsoring conversations and let me help you sponsor?
Mm-hmm.
So we're being very intentional with you guys doing a couple things: PRV, sponsoring, and coaching, and then motivation. And we started being very intentional with that after we watched 2013's keynote speech from Orville. And he said that the four cores of the business are coaching, PRV, sponsoring, and taking care of yourself. So that is why we are training so hard on this. And we're going to start getting very intentional. So you guys know, like a lot on my team page, like Jackie said, I'm training a lot on PRV. So this is how I'm working. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm getting this order. These are the samples that I'm making to hand out. This is how I'm following up with these people. So we're being very intentional with that because Michelle and I both, and I hope that I'm not overstepping by talking for you, but Michelle and I both have noticed that we're recruiting fine, yes, but do we have as many conversations as Michelle and I want to have? No, and that's because we've recruited all our customers. So this is why we're being very intentional on building this customer base up and expanding it and showing you different ways to party and showing you different ways to get PRV. That Easter training that we did like last week, it was amazing because we physically showed you guys how we're getting your PRV. We are taking our training from telling you guys what to do to physically showing you guys what to do. And so that's going along with the Scentsy Currant, because on every single Tuesday, they have somebody come on there on Tuesday morning trainings, and they physically show you what to do. If you follow the Scentsy family page also for consultants, they are physically showing you or going live with the collection that's dropping, or they're going live with a tip to give you, and they like write out tips for it. So they're physically showing you guys how to do all this stuff, and that's what we're trying to adapt into our team culture and train onto you guys. So we really have to look at what Scensy's doing, and then that's the current that we're flowing with, because we want to make sure that you guys are getting the most out of your business. And if we don't fight Scensy's current, and we're like, oh no, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to show you hands-on stuff, or I'm not going to take a pre-order and submit it when the launch happens and go into the queue because I just don't want to, and it stresses my customers out and it stresses me out. Like, that's not us going with the Scentsy current. Scentsy does this for a reason. And so this is why we are deciding to start coaching on the Scentsy current and what Scentsy is doing, because that's going to max your sales out. It's going to max your incentive periods out. That's going to ultimately max your paychecks out. So I hope all of
They
this.
also have trainings on the workstation. Huge trainings on the workstation. I'm working on some new content for new members to Scent and Shells, and I've linked some of those with QR codes with some of the trainings that they actually have on the workstation, and they are amazing. So I mean, it's like you can go on there and literally anything you want to know about your business, go on the workstation, and Scentsy Home Office has actually done a training on that.
So it's a very short topic tonight, but I think it's one that you guys kind of need to know. Like when Michelle and I post what Scensy's doing on our team pages, it's just because we think that it can enhance your sales. Scensy's not ever going to give us something that's going to not be popular or not go with what the culture wants or what people want in general. They're going to give us what is going to be the most income producing thing for us to promote. And so we're going to have to find ways to promote items even if we don't know them. So doing some social media posts, engagement posts like that, that's really good. You can ask for referrals. Who knows somebody that loves like a Yoda? And then they're going to start tagging people, and then the people that are tagged are going to get that notification, and then you drop that warmer below. Or who knows somebody that's short on cash and wants to make some extra money every single month? Tag them below. They're going to start tagging them below. That's a referral that's going along with the current of the incentive. So kind of start focusing on that and start being very aware of what Scensy's doing and dropping in our news tabs. And that's going to help us be better consultants as to what Scentsy is setting us up for success to do.
And Nikki, I'll address that, what you just said about getting people to promote the business and watch the trainings. I alone on my group have 361 people on my group. Tiffany has 100 and how many?
40.
140 on your group. The biggest thing I can tell you is stay consistent. You see this. Tiffany and I have been doing this. There's like our Flea. Hey, Flea. Tiffany and I have been doing this ever since we left SFR last year. And we started on Thursdays, but we moved from Thursdays to Tuesdays because of some of the ALP training. And we also love to help and log into Thursday night shift now with some other superstar directors and listen to their trainings and stuff. And I mean, it's like consistency is going to be huge. Showing up for your team is going to be huge. I mean, we literally, there might be 3 or 4 times whenever, Tiffany had a death in her family or something, and I was doing something that we might not have been here, but we are here every single Tuesday night at 8:30 for you guys. And, are we going to stop? No, we're not going to stop. Is this going to grow? Absolutely, it's going to grow. And the way it's going to grow is by word of mouth and seeing what's happening to you guys. The ones that are coming here are the ones that are promoting. Look who's just promoting. Ashley just promoted. Nikki is getting ready to just promote. Crystal is promoting. Nicole, call them Jackie. Every single one of y'all that are on this call are promoting this month. Every single one of you that show up to these every single week are the ones that is making a difference in your business. And when they see that, and that's why we encourage y'all to go on, when we're finished with these things, go on the team page and say, hey, if y'all weren't on Tuesday Night Sparks tonight, you're missing out. Make them jealous that you're here because they have every opportunity to be here. Make them jealous and say, all you have to do is, show up to Tuesday Night Sparks and it's going to make a huge difference in your business. I just promoted this month. Shout yourself out. You did it. You showed up. You're doing the hard stuff. Make sure that you're shouting yourself out and make them jealous. Make them want to be you. How did all of y'all promote in 1 month? Maybe the secret is to coming on Tuesday Night Sparks every night with us,
And we really, I want to highlight one more thing that Scentsy does. So Heidi and Norval, you guys know they go live every single month at the end of the month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then last month, what did Michelle and I start doing? We went live before Heidi and Norval did on our team pages and shouted all you guys out, told you all the new stuff that's coming in April, and then we highlighted promotions and top PRV and sponsors, and you guys got to shout each other out. So we're using what Scensy's doing and we're replicating it, and then this is how we're seeing so much success with you guys, is we're going with the current of Scentsy.
Yep. You always want to go with the current because when you start going against the current, that's only going to slow your business down. That's only going to slow down your progress. It's going to make it a lot harder on you to where you're going to want to start dropping off things. Like if you can get a visual of stuff like you're in a boat and you got your kit with you, you got your team with you, y'all are going with the current, you're doing all the things, you're paddling, and everything is going great. Not going to say it's going to be all fish jumping in your boat all the time and everything, but whenever you do have teamwork and whenever you do the things that you're supposed to do, you're going to go through that water very easy. Whenever you start going against the current, you're going to have to start, throwing off some of your kit. You're going to have to start throwing off some of your people off of your team and different stuff like that in order to just survive. So why would you even want to go against the current of something whenever something is so good and it's just going to thrust you up into whatever your biggest dreams can be? So, I mean, that was one of the things that stuck with us, whenever we listened to Orville talking about the Scentsy Currant, and me and Tiffany were both like, this is a topic. And just because you don't like football, or just because you don't like major league, or hockey, that doesn't mean you don't sell those warmers. Just because you don't have any kids, it doesn't mean that I don't buy every single one of these. Here's my baby right here.
Look, I didn't get a Pua, so now I have one.
Yeah. So, but I mean, just because you don't have little kids doesn't mean that you don't buy this. And another thing is, just because you don't like, let's see, what's something that somebody could not like in Scentsy?
What do you mean, like product?
Yeah. Okay, let's just say you don't like washing dishes, or you don't have a dishwasher. I mean, or you have a dishwasher.
Enjoy our dish soap.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just say you have a dishwasher and you don't wash dishes. Why would you not order or with your host rewards get one bottle of the dish soap so you can at least speak to that? Okay, just one bottle. That's all you need to do. You need to try one single item of every product that we have. So when Tiffany says, Michelle, I really want to try that dish soap, does it lather up really good? If you've never bought one and you've never tried one, how are you going to say, Tiffany, it lathers up so much better than the product that we used to have before? Because we used to have one before that didn't lather at all. Like, it didn't have any suds at all. And they revamped it and came out with a new ingredient stuff to it, and now it's got like so many soap suds in it. But unless you're using it one time, if you don't like it, that's okay. Give it away to somebody, or make a sample with it and sample it out or whatever. But you need to at least try one thing of each one of our, and y'all have enough parties that you can host and do all of your own stuff and get these rewards to where you can speak to them. But the number one selling tip, and the way you're going to sell anything that Scentsy has, is if you've tried the product yourself.
Mhm.
If you can speak to the product yourself. Does it mean you're going to love all of it? No, absolutely not. Does it mean that you might get it and be like, this is the worst scent ever, which it's not. This is the best scent ever. I just want y'all to know. But you might get it and be like, oh my God, I cannot take that at all. Literally, Christmas cuddles, I will tell you. A couple of years ago, we had, Christmas, I was so excited for this scent. Got it in, warmer scent of the month, put it in all of my warmers. Probably back then I might have had 30. Now I got like 49. But back then I put it in all of my warmers. Y'all, I woke up in the middle of the night getting that stuff up out of my house. I could not even take it. It was so bad. So bad. It was the worst smelling thing I have ever smelled in my life. Like, literally gave me a migraine, and I could not take it. And I was like, I will never, ever, ever put that scent in my house again. But I got the scent of the month, and I got rid of it all. Some lady bought every single bar that I had, and I'm like, sure, take that one too. Take that one too. Go ahead, you can have that one, But at least I tried it, because I would have always known that, oh my God, it's Christmas cuddles. I got to like it because it's Christmas. But you've got to try the stuff, and you've got to go with the current in order to make sure that you're doing the stuff.
And that's the thing too, y'all, give your personal review. Like, even if you don't like it, tell people, like, it's not my favorite, but here's what's in it. Because somebody could have like loved the cinnamon, or I don't even know what was in that one, I don't remember. But somebody could have loved what was in that bar, and then they're gonna order it, and you're giving an honest review. And so that's just what your customers are gonna like love. They're gonna love you being authentic with them, and they're gonna love you telling people like, hey, this is what's in it, no matter, like, even though you don't like it.
Yeah, I couldn't have done that. No. Candace, don't order this because it's 100% lavender.
It's 100% lavender.
100% lavender.
I actually did order that for my mother-in-law because she does lavender in her entire house. That
She will
lady.
It is 100% lavender. So if you're
Yeah,
lavender,
I mean, I like the smell. I just can't touch it, or I'm like a hot air balloon.
Oh, yeah?
but we hope that you kind of like got the gist of tonight, as far as going with the currant, just because, you know, it looks good and it smells good and it does all the things doesn't mean that you have to go that way, but you do have to work with the things that are going to boost your business up. So if something doesn't, change it up. You know, get a different oar, get a different boat, whatever you got to do to go with the current. But if something's not working, I can't tell you how many times Tiffany and I, and Felicia too, we have all changed things that we are doing in our business, and we are like doing it. We're doing it constantly. So I don't think there's ever going to be a perfection on a business, but as long as you're working it, it's going to be perfect.
And let's just say this about like the systems and always perfecting them. There's a difference between perfecting them, and there's a difference between being inconsistent with the way that you feel about them.
Right.
So don't be inconsistent with the way that you believe and the way that you run things. Like, obviously, like, this is something consistent. Michelle and I are consistent in the way that we like don't want to be harsh on talking to anybody. We're consistent in the way that you have something going on, it's okay, and I'm going to help you through it, instead of saying no excuses, like things have happened before. So just be consistent with that, and don't change that part of it, but change the system to fix what you want to happen. Does that kind of make sense? Just don't be inconsistent with what you believe, because then when it goes down in your downline, that's going to get very confusing for them.
And the whole point of it is there's nothing that you do in this business that you need to stop, or you need to stop working on it, that we can't help you with. That's what we're here for. We are a team that we show up and we show out and we help you with it. So if you're struggling with something, come to one of us. Comment on the team page like, look, I need help with this. I can't get anybody to host a party, or I can't do this. You know, drop some of your party ideas. We got a ton of people that know how to party. We got a ton of people that know how to sponsor. We got a ton of people that know every 4 steps that they do. We have a ton of people that knows how to do each one of those well. So if you're struggling with something, ask. And don't be y'all know what I always say, there is no dumb question ever. Ever, ever, ever. There is no dumb question. If you have a question and you don't understand how to do something, or you need help with something, definitely ask, because that's the only way you're going to learn, and that's the only way that you're going to grow and be successful to teach your teams. Okay? Because the more you take in and the more you learn, that's why for me, I literally sit at my desk every day with my iPad sitting right beside of me, and I constantly listen to YouTube trainings. I'm going through, I'm listening to the YouTube trainings, I'm finding new stuff, I'm learning how to do all this stuff. All of that new marketing material I made today was because of Melissa Gratt's post that she made this morning on her YouTube's channel. You know, I went and I downloaded the app, I made my little figures and everything else. All of that I learned today just by listening to her YouTube training that she did. So, I mean, it's just something that you have to be open to learning, and you have to be open to going with the flow of the current. And whenever you are, you're going to see your business growing and being a lot better. Anybody
So,
else?
team goal this week, go with the current and get some pre-orders, number 1.
Yes. Y'all, this is our best month. I haven't even looked at our numbers tonight, but we've already surpassed our best month ever in my whole Scentsy career, ever.
Brandy down there, I see you on here, and she's almost paid a title. The last time I looked, she was at less than 100 GWV from being paid a title for the first time.
Yes. We see you guys and we see how hard you're working, and trust us, it's going to pay off. 100% it's going to pay off. All right. Anybody else have anything for us to stop recording?